So you work with some of the biggest names in track and field. I mean, you really have, women and men,
Yes.
including Wilt Chamberlain. I'd love to hear how you got a chance to work with Wilt, but Jackie Joyner-Kersee, Florence Griffith Joyner, the gold medalist from 1996, Charles Austin. I mean, these are the top athletes in the world in this space.
Yeah, but to me, they're just friends. So
Yeah.
So you ask about Wilt and Jackie and Florence. I had friends and had a community built up. And one of those was Bob Kersee, who ended up being Jackie's husband later on. But when I first met him, he was just another club coach in the Southern California area. And so he had developed a relationship with Wilt, and Wilt had started a club called Wilt's Athletic Club, kind of run out of UCLA. And so when I went over to Southern California, I had gone with one of my athletes. Bobby asked if the other athlete and I could be part of Wilt's Athletic Club. And, of course, yeah, of course. So we became kind of the satellite, the field event group for Wilt's Athletic Club. Wilt would pay some expenses for me to travel. We would train mostly out of Long Beach, not out of UCLA. So that's an hour drive each way. He would come down to Long Beach sometimes and come to our practices and just kind of goof around and pay attention to the athletes that were down in that area too. So it was that way that I developed a good relationship with him. I mean, Wilt was a big supporter for women's sports, whether it be, track, or he played volleyball there after his basketball was over. And he was just very, very supportive to me and to some of the athletes I worked with, and I'll always be appreciative of that.
So you worked with Jackie because you knew her husband?
Yes and no. In other words, it didn't hurt that I knew her husband and who was her coach before, but actually I had been watching or paying attention to Jackie as a high school athlete because I was potentially, when I was at ASU, looking toward recruiting her. And so we were at Colorado Springs at the Olympic Training Center. It was her junior summer, I believe. And so I'd been trying to reach her and no luck because at that time, no internet, everything was by phone or letters. And, that could sit in the drawer of a coach's office forever. And so what would happen is we were down in the baggage claim area in Colorado Springs. And, I'm watching the bag tags as they come through. One of the bags says Jackie Joyner. And I'm like, oh, okay, she's going to be here at this camp. I'm going to get to know her and see, develop a friendship that way. So that's how I met Jackie when she was still in high school. And so that was our first time of getting together and meeting and working together in the high jump, which is what I would help her in throughout her career, all the way to to her last meet at the Goodwill Games.